Hey gamers, it's Kwing here, and if you guys want to see the full director's cut of Punch-Out, which I know you do, then you'll have to go to therealgamemaster.com or Got Game. In the meantime, though, I hope you'll enjoy this short review of Punch-Out for the Wii. The story is kinda confusing, but Nintendo says it's been 20 years since Little Mac was defeated by King Hippo. Doc Lewis has been training Mac all this time, and Little Mac is ready to enter the ring once again. This time, he's gonna be the best, no matter what. Now, Punch-Out is what a boxing game should be. Exciting, thrilling, challenging, and of course fun. When a character is ready to attack, they flash red. Just move Mac out of the way and deliver the Paymaker. Star points are gained with precise timing, and they're great for delivering the final blow to your opponent. Punch-Out has 3 different modes of play. The first is the career or story mode, where players guide Mac through the minor circuit, and your goal is to dish out revenge to King Hippo. The 3 circuits are the minor, major, and of course the world circuit. At the last match, you win the belt and earn the title of champion. The second mode is the exhibition mode. This is where you can fight any boxer of your choice at any given time. Now this mode is great for training purposes and learning how to defeat a certain boxer. The final mode is of course the head-to-head mode. Still, the whole concept of this game is to knock out the other boxer and reclaim Little Mac's title. For review purposes, and because I'm wicked lazy, Doc here is going to teach you guys how to use the Wiimote and Nunchuck. I'll chime in after Doc finishes. Take it away, Doc. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Doc. Now, Nintendo even allows the use of the Wiimote held NES style. The controls are virtually identical to the original Punch-Out 2. For the gameplay, the motion controls work very well, and it doesn't take away from the awesome experience of this game either. After the disaster that was Don King Boxing, the star punches are very easy to do too, just like in Super Punch-Out. The Wii balance board has been incorporated really well, and dodging is pretty easy. Except it got very tiring after 3 fights, so I didn't really use it that often. Then again, this is a first-party game, so of course the motion controls and balance board are going to be perfect. Man, what can I say about the visuals for this game? Well, first off, I love the character slideshows at the beginning of each of the fights. Not only were they hilarious, but they gave character development too. The art style for this game works, and Nintendo shows off their redefined cel-shaded graphical powers once again, which I really liked. This ring, I think, is supposed to be a tribute to boxing in the 30s and 40s, and the atmosphere is brown and whitish and gave these fights a serial film quality to it. The foregrounds, not only were they moving, but the cameras are going off during the fight, and the crowd is animated and alive as well. They react to what's happening in the ring. That's awesome! The boxers have their own personality and expressions, just like Wind Waker! The other thing I've noticed too is the damage the fighters take in the ring. While not as nasty as other boxing games, it does show that they're taking a serious pounding. I mean, with each punch you dodge, you can feel the intensity and the action of it right in your own living room. Lastly, the Star Punch is wicked cool. Everything about this game is so great in the animation, the foregrounds, the expressions of the characters, and of course, the impressive cel-shading. Kenji Yamamoto was the composer of the original Punch-Out, along with Kanoko and Ikeda. Still, Yamamoto's fight theme is what made the game come to life, and it put you right in the seat of the action. The music built up the player's emotions and helped kick in the adrenaline to KO your last opponent. Sadly, Yamamoto is not the one responsible for the awesome arrangements you heard in this game. While he did compose the original series, the amazing rock arrangements are thanks to these 3 people: Mike Peacock, Darren Raddick, and Chad York. If you guys are listening, your arrangements rock. Literally. Punch-Out first arrived in the arcades and then landed on the NES in '87. It became an instant cult classic, too. also known as Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream. The game was renamed Punch-Out in 1990 due to a contract with Tyson being up, and Nintendo didn't want to renew the contract for obvious legal charges against Tyson back in the 90s. The game starred a character called Little Mac and a trainer named Doc Lewis. It should also be noted that Little Mac resembles Rocky just a little bit, and Doc wears a similar color scheme to that of Rocky's trainer. The game was released during the Rocky movie's intense popularity as well. Mac returned to the ring older and wiser for the Super Nintendo in Super Punch-Out! Now, the notable differences was that the characters no longer flashed when they were about to attack. It also had impressive character animation, and the A button was now used for the super punches. The characters in the third game came from all over the Punch-Out universe. Most of the fighters are from the original Punch-Out game on the NES, and they return to give Mac grief, and at least 2 characters from the Super Punch-Out game return, of course being Bear Hugger and the Irishman. Now, the Crazy Irishman returns to cause trouble once again, although what's interesting is all his attacks are brand new compared to his SNES incarnation, making this fighter much, much easier than he used to be. It should also be noted that all the characters now speak different languages. As cool as this game is, I do have some bad things I don't like about it. Now, everyone has a character that they hate the most. In Super Punch-Out, for me, it was Iran and the Mad Clown. In the original, it was Soda Popinski. And on the Wii, it's the Ruski again. I don't know why I can't stand this guy either. He just really gives me a runaround every single time! Out of all the fighters in the game, I still have a difficult time flooring this guy. Now, I know everybody has the character that they can't fight against. For me, it's always going to be the Russian. The guy is arrogant, he laughs at you, he mocks you in Russian, and he is lightning fast too. Still, as hard as Ivan is, he's nothing compared to when they give him that blasted nuclear cola. You know, when you're defending your title, oh, that's just so... Man, I really threw my controller around that time. So if you thought it was really hard on normal circuit, then try defending your title against this guy. He is just so hard for me to predict his movements, and people say Mr. Sandman is hard. It's all lies. No, Little Mac, I hate you, comrade! One of the things I loved about this game so much is the nostalgia factor and all the throwbacks to what made the original Punch-Out so great. My wife mentioned this too, that when you lose, Doc is there to encourage the player and build you back up, instead of calling you names and whatnot. That's just not done anymore. It's so epic, but it makes the rematch and your comeback so much more sweeter when you knock the guy out. Haha! Even if you're getting knocked around in this game, sometimes you can snap Mac out of it and go another few rounds until you turn the tables on Mr. Speedo here. Payback's coming, comrade! Versus mode is actually kind of weird. It's a lot different than the main game. You seem to take your time hitting one another until one of you turns into Giga Mac. Then it's a David and Goliath versus scenario, which I wasn't very good at going Giga, so like most of the arguments in my household, K-Wife won the title again and again and again. Moving on. The gameplay is really what made this series shine back in the day, but what I'm really happy about is that it went back to the original formula. They added humor and different languages, and it made this game feel very different than a lot of the boxing games on the market today. This game is perfect for fans of the original and for new players alike, so I'm more than happy to award Punch-Out for Wii an excellent 9 out of 10. So I recommend that you guys buy this game, not rent it. You want to own this game in your collection. Punch-Out has great gameplay, visuals, presentation, 3 control options, immense replay value, and astounding music. And most of all, it's fun for everyone in your family. This is Kwing saying thank you so much for watching, guys. God bless and happy gaming. Until the next time. See ya.